Welcome to the America East playoffs from the Chase Athletic Center in Smithfield, Rhode Island. A matchup of 1 versus 3 as the Bryant Bulldogs and the Maine Black Bears each seek their first America East championship. Top seed Bryant won both playoff games by double digits. They remain the only team in the league this year with at least one sold out. And here we go. Bryant wins the tip in the home white. Maine in the road navy.
Man, it'll be interesting early to see who settles down early. This is an early tip that you're not used to playing.
Well, to your point, Bryant played a 9 p.m. game the other night. Now, this is a Maine team that returned just 2 starters from a year ago. Didn't go crazy in the transfer portal, though, RC. A lot of player development in the offseason has led to one of their best years in recent memory. Burns one of those, but he... And here comes Barry Evans. The St. Bonaventure transfer. Blocked at the rim, but they're going to count the bucket on the rejection by Keelan Steele.
That still a little late, but you applaud the effort.
Well, Evans, one of 3 all-conference players in the starting 5. The other is the player of the year who is now on the board in this game.
I impact this game on both ends of the floor.
Spinning into the lane, off the mark, Steele the putback. That will be key. Can Jaden Clayton,
which is the last time Maine has lost a game, and he's going to have to get really aggressive because Bryant switches on contact. Won't be many weak side opportunities. He's going to have to get aggressive to create a shot.
Pin zone, good. The number 3 scorer in league play in the conference. Missed their last.
I mean, the shoot around today, Wednesday, couldn't go. Bryant didn't miss a beat, so he's picking up where he left off.
There is A.J. Lopez. Offensive rebound, Mitchell. And now Taylor. Up ahead, Lopez lays it home for his first 2.
If there's one knock on Bryant, they send so many guys that can take advantage of those opportunities like Maine did in that possession. But you got to rebound to do that.
America East newcomer of the year, no, and Mitchell with the putback.
First coming baseline side. Bryant post up, perimeter guys in front. Like anybody matchup they feel like they can identify. Maine is coming on baseline side to help. No one rotated that time from weak side for the rebound.
Lopez off the bounce, stopped, popped, and put it down. Going to the bench early, Ja'Kai Robinson checks in, as does Kayvon Kramer. Kramer trying to tap it back. Second effort, counted in the foul.
The positional size of their last game, and those guards have to dig in there, put a body on a body, and get a rebound.
Kramer brings such an incredible energy to this team. In the words of his head coach, Phil Martelli Jr., has had an excellent playoff so far. Keon Burns, another one of those guys, second year.
Two-man race.
Oh, how about that?
6 man of the year, and there was some miscommunication there. Great job. When the team is switching in a building like this, is so loud. You often tell your guys to talk, touch, and take, but if you just verbalize it in the building right now, you can't hear yourself think.
Another offensive rebound. It's Robinson right back up with it for 2.
It's another guard. Ja'Kai Robinson
for Bryant. Lopez picked. Pin zone running the break. Oh, there's Kellen Tynes, the 3-time defensive player of the year, winning it back. And Lopez takes advantage.
Massive play there.
Point shot for Maine will be interesting to watch in this game. Led the league this year shooting 39% against a Bryant team that defended it better than anybody during conference play. Withers feeds, pin zone, Rejected by Gribben.
As his coach of this program, but also
Difficulty deciding how to balance the emotion of coaching in this game.
he's 31 minutes away from possibly doing something incredible.
Logan Carey just checking into the game, draws a foul on Bryant.
Get the Bryant defense in rotation.
Game between Houston and Arizona, then
It's just from a schematic standpoint.
oh, Lopez trying to put Bryant on a poster, rejected. And now the Bulldogs out and running. Evans draws a foul against Novak Perovic.
Got to get back to corral the basketball. If you're Maine, staying between the ball and the basket, forcing a contested mid-range shot.
Evans, yes, banks it in.
Just no size
A
there.
goaltend, but they won't get it. Evans picked. It's Tynes. Scoops. Burns lays it in and stops a 6-0 run.
Got to know where Tynes is at all times. I mean, kick to the corners again.
Great feed, Mitchell. Rejected by Burns. He thought he got all ball. And instead, a foul, the fourth on Maine.
Win the SEC tournament championship. It'd be fun to see.
I mean, with those four teams left, in my opinion, it's, you know, close your eyes and pick one.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
What about you?
I'm going to pick Florida.
Really?
I am. I like
Of the four, they kind of seem like a dark horse to me. Obviously, they're terrific, and I think Final Four caliber as Burns puts it down. Just as
But the officials have been consistent. They're allowed them to play.
we expected physical
Yes.
in this game.
Too much at stake for it not to be physical.
How about that physical take by the program's first conference play? Tipped and picked by Withers.
Burns got caught in the air. He was trying to pass it and wasn't sure what to do with it, and it slipped out of his hand.
Mitchell with a size advantage and takes advantage, and Mitchell
runs like a deer, and when he runs like that, he forces the point guard to pick him up.
the length of this Bryant defense becoming an issue. Evans with a two-hand jam. Timeout Maine.
Our team is just so explosive in getting from one end of the floor to the other.
Average height 79 inches, sixth tallest team in Division I. Tynes feeling that length of Evans, draws a foul.
Allows you to keep this game close and slow the pace down.
First player in Maine history to win Defensive Player of the Year in the American for the Black Bears on the wrong end of an 18-8 run since about the 8-minute mark of this half. Step back from Lopez, needed it from their leading scorer.
He has that in his game, and he's going to need to play well. Again, he scored 24 points in this building the last time both of these teams played.
Timberlake playing bully ball in the paint.
There's nothing you can do. Nothing you can do.
Length of Withers. Here's Timberlake, bounced it off his shoe, scooped up by Gribben. 11th turnover, and it leads to a short bucket. Lopez just missing out.
Two of their turnovers have just been careless, dribbling off their foot.
Shots in the first half.
But that's what the switching is doing. The switching allows you to stay home. They're trying to stay out of rotation. They're switching 1 through 5, so it's forcing Maine to beat you off the bounce. So Maine is intentional about driving and spraying it in the corner, but they're not rotating right now. They got to beat their guy out the dribble, force dribble penetration. More importantly, they got to start finishing some of those drives.
Withers lob, Evans with the jam.
It's not a good shot. It's a settle shot. You got to execute your offense and take time off. If not, you're going to spend too much time on this end of the floor.
Good hops step by Pinzone. Has had a nice start to this game in his return from food poisoning. And it's back to a 10-point Bryant lead.
Identify who you want to attack. And that's the play. That's been the game plan. Middle drive, kick weak side.
Mantis. Less than a minute to go in the opening half. 34-27 Bryant. Pinzone. Fadeaway J. Yes! When he gets going, watch out. You alluded. Times.
Nothing easy.
Shot clock turned off for Bryant at the end of the first half.
They're going to stay in their 3-2 zone.
Timberlake fading. Come on! From the Conference Player of the Year. Fighting for it, secured by Evans. This team had 7 offensive rebounds in the first half and scored 26 of their 38 points in the paint. Mitchell hacked on the third opportunity, and that is where this team and all their
Out this first possession with 2 offensive rebounds. And
for long stretches of the conference season, this Bryant team, though Maine did in their last meeting on March 1st, compete. Picked off by Timberlake. Watch out. It was bumped, and I'm surprised there wasn't a foul call there. Grimacing to be a piece if Maine's going to get back into it. Burns, no. Rebound tapped out, and Withers away with it. Mitchell a 3.
Freeze at 6'11".
Clayton into the body of Pinzone. And Clayton is on the board for the first time this afternoon. Maine shot less than 40% from the floor in the first half. The half-court offense did not come easy, and a foul will go against the Black Bears.
And they're giving their guards an alleyway to drive it to the basket.
After leading Bryant to its first ever America East regular season title.
Just bothering them, and with the switching, you're going to have to slip, take advantage of it. We're still posting up inside, or these guards have got to try to take care of the basketball and beat their defender one-on-one.
Watch out. Lob, and the hammer by Evans. Another near miss around the rim for Maine, but a foul.
Yes. He will find that on SportsCenter tonight, young man. Didn't block it. He just grabbed it out of the air. A la Charles Barkley. Like, it matters more when it's your alma mater. It just does.
Well, certainly he's got this program trending in the right direction regardless of the outcome today. We alluded to it in the first half, but prior to him taking the job, they won 8 games combined in the 2 seasons before he took over. And he's improved each and every year. Griven with the block. Timberlake just saying, you can't stop me. Picked. And Withers pulls it out. This is a team that can create some real problems in their first round matchup in the NCAA tournament, assuming Bryant gets there as Withers gives the Bulldogs their largest lead at 20. Counted in the foul for Jaden Clayton.
We talked about it with Clayton. Play off 2 feet, stay balanced.
Carter's now with 2 fouls as Withers heads to the bench. And Makai Robinson, the Miami transfer, checks back in. Fadeaway J, and the first field goal of the game for Kellen Time.
you're Maine, you got to try to stay between ball and basket. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Conference Player of the Year with a look to the home crowd.
And 6'11". That's their starting lineup. At this level, that's a lot to match up with. It's difficult to match up at any level.
Not to mention multiple power forward guys transferring
Yes.
down to Bryant, including Pinzone, who scoops it on.
Mitchell got the steal, so he said, why not? Let me try a three here.
Lopez hacked, counted in the foul, and that is number 7 on Bryant. Game as does Pinzone with 3. Lopez, the second best free throw. Creating space off the side of the rim. Rebound Mitchell.
And look at the matchup.
Evans at 3.
Now, if they're going to make 3, you got to take the threes away from Withers and Pinzone, but when the other guys are knocking them down, it's just a tough out.
Evans, Yarrow with the left hand. Timeout Maine. And the American was one of those leagues that stole a bid.
Right.
Certainly capable of that this year with Memphis in the tournament field, regardless of what happens tonight in the Childress with you. What do you think about the ACC championship game? Duke, Louisville, of course, Duke's shortened bench, a big story.
Just a great effort for Duke. I mean, to show their composure, to come back missing Malik Brown and Cooper Flagg, and can't say enough about out of bounds. I didn't think there was a lot of contact there.
His 3rd foul.
Division I athlete that has these numbers. I mean, he's 15.
Pinzone, no. Tapped around and secured by Tynes. Kick out. Passing up 3-point shots. Tynes. Fadeaway jumper good.
Just more comfortable driving it in, but those are the threes you take. Open threes in transition, especially when you're down. We're in the guts of the game for Maine. If you're going to get back in it, you got to do so now. Got to get stops. More importantly, you've got to find a way to corral the basketball and finish possessions with rebounds.
Withers turnaround jumper. No. Kramer over the back. His first, but the 10th. Steele just to some of the guys. Look at the men's field, followed by bracketology. Then at 8.
And this guy with the basketball is playing with so much confidence. He feels as though he is the best player on the floor.
And he is.
Yes, he is.
16 for Timberlake. He's headed back to the line. Grennan wide open, turns and throws it down.
That's what screening does, and we talked. Did it a few times earlier. You continue to screen. It's so loud inside, you can't hear your teammate.
Can't leave Evans open.
No. Looking around. I think he's going to celebrate with Son after this one.
Evans stripped. Here comes Jaden Clayton. Lopez draws a foul on Withers. That's number 3.
This is my first time, and he said if they win, he's on the NIT committee. He's like, don't look for me. If I'm not telling his son, you hadn't done anything until you got into the conference championship game.
Well, his son's team less than 4 minutes away from making the program's 2nd ever trip to the NCAA tournament. Pinzone, a deep 3. Bang!
Pinzone can be explosive in shooting and scoring the basketball.
And Steele on the lob.
Just getting over that hurdle. Nothing to hang your hat about. This Bryant team has been the best team in the conference. It's why they're the #1 team. And they are the most talented team in this league.
Kramer with the exclamation point. over the last 2 years has dealt with everything. Torn ACL, his second in the ICU. They're just thrilled to have
that phone call to any parent as a coach, and he told us, he said, I'd never been more scared of anything in my life.
an inspiration for this program that is playing inspired basketball. Withers, come on!
Withers and Pinzone are the scariest shooters on this team with all this size. If they get going from behind the three-point line, look out.
Jr. and his staff added a few more pieces, and it's led to a historic year for the Bryant Bulldogs.
And not often can you put together this type of talent. Hello.
They will enter the NCAA tournament with a Division I program.
This is a one-bid league. You spend all year, doesn't matter what conference tournament. The Bryant Bulldogs will be your 2025 America East regular season and conference playoff champion.
And for Maine, a historic season, reaching their first championship game since 2004, their first 20-win season since that 04 team, led by from last year. A great foundation has been laid by Chris Markwood in his third season, but they ran into a buzzsaw today, as so many in this league have all year. Bryant will win it. Whoever Bryant's opponent will be, they've got a tall task ahead taking on this team.
Well, they'll have their attention. When that coach sees the players and the length and the size, they're guys of what's in front of them, that they have guys that have played at that level. How about these students for showing up and turning out today as well? They're on spring break here. There's not an empty seat in the building.
Bryant will pull it out. And for the second time in program history,